And Gallatin gets the bat.
Hustle by Russell.
Here goes Meredith.
NBA TV presents NB80, a way cool look at the league in a time we'll always remember, though some might like to forget.
Could you get away with that now? No.
Afro, sideburns,
Yellow pants, plaid pants, whatever they were.
But no one can deny that the hoops were fly.
And you don't call them, you say, your mama.
All the righteous plays.
Larry Bird follows his own shot.
The freshest moves.
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good!
And the most excellent moments that define the decade.
A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win it! They win it!
Coming up right now is totally NB80s. And
It's totally boss.
for the NBA, the 80s really began in 1979 when two future superstars hit the scene.
It is now exactly 12 noon. The draft is officially open. The first pick, the Los Angeles Lakers select Irvin Magic Johnson.
Woo! How did he sing?
magic.
That's Magic Johnson. What he's doing is magic.
Here comes Magic. A beautiful pass by the rookie.
Magic, the magic man.
He would sell the pass this way, and then he'll push it that way.
Before that era, it was almost taboo. It was almost deemed as showing off. He was doing no-look passes because he didn't want you to know where the ball was coming from. It changed everything.
Magic is straight down the middle. Still going, still going. Oh! Highlights, Bill!
Magic was the tires on the car. Larry was the engine.
Advantage, Bird on the drive. Look at that pass. Oh, what a show!
Might roll down the street a little bit on those tires, but if you did not have that engine, you weren't going too far.
Bird probably couldn't jump over a loaf of bread, but he had the basketball intellect of maybe 6 feet.
Bird.
There's the play of the game.
He was playing chess, and the rest of the league was playing checkers, one box at a time.
He just lit up the screen, and it didn't hurt that Larry Bird came along to not light up the screen on the other side.
This man has a smile that lights up a television screen from here to Bangor, Maine.
I was the city slicker, the Hollywood type of guy.
Listen, it's magic.
He was this down-home guy. He was this guy from the back of the woods, so to speak.
I always had the scorn look on my face, and he always had the big smile.
One of the rule changes that the fans are so interested in, of course, is the three-point play this year.
Yeah. It's going to add another dimension. It's going to be exciting as the devil, actually.
Now, there were no bonus points for style, but the NBA began awarding them for distance.
Wow, Boston. He hit the first three-pointer?
Boston Celtic galore, Chris Ford? Wow, who would have thought that? What, did they have an early game? Is that why?
The three-point line helped me a lot. I mean, that was kind of my game. I would shoot out there anyway, even if the line wasn't there. So to get an extra point was pretty big for me. Miller for the home run. Boom, baby, we needed that.
Look, I don't know if I would have been as successful if there wouldn't have been a three-point line.
The New Orleans Jazz franchise Monday will be voted on whether they may move to Salt Lake City or remain in New Orleans.
Now, jumpers weren't the only things getting longer, so was the distance between Jazz fans and their team.
On a mountaintop, where my journey will stop. I'm headed out west, out where the living is best.
In the beginning, it was kind of like Utah Jazz. There's no jazz in Utah.
All along I'll be out of sight.
First of all, I thought Utah was in Europe. I thought it was next to Luxembourg.
Look at the Utah, and they were great people. But you couldn't be no bad boy. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't know how much y'all paying me, but y'all can take back some of this money if you let me out of Utah, because ain't nothing for me to do here.
The first time I ever heard of the state, Utah, was through basketball. Because, like, what the hell? I'm from New York City. Like, what's going on in Utah?
Anytime I go to Salt Lake, I try to go see, some jazz after the game. The music in Salt Lake is just amazing, it really is.
I know the Iceman poster. I had that poster.
Silver sweatsuit, ball, and on each hand.
Sitting on the block of ice with his legs crossed.
Best poster ever.
This has got to be one of the illest statements the NBA ever made.
You know, you think about the little Daisy Duke shorts that we wore.
Everybody had on these hip huggers.
And these are real shorts.
This is how you rock them.
These right here look like the shorts that my wife might wear to bed.
These might have fit me too. Might have been in high school though.
I mean, look how little these are.
The tailoring of this short is interesting.
How they kind of contour up on the sides.
Were we trying to play games or were we trying to be sex symbols out there? I'm leaning towards sex symbol.
I appreciate the short shorts. I think we should go back.
Good for the ladies, a bad look sitting in the room with a bunch of men.
Yeah, basketball in the 80s was this.
Everybody know Iceman, but if you know George Gervin. You know what I mean? Kids-wise, you know, I go and say, I'm George Gervin. They say, who? Who are you? I say, Iceman.
George Gervin, the Iceman.
George Gervin was so far ahead of his time, it was unbelievable.
This guy stands out there and he shoots, three-point shots like they're layups, and he shoots layups differently than anybody else.
Check that shot out. The ultimate finger roll.
One thing that I could do is finger roll.
Finger roll. Finger roll.
And the Iceman, what a play.
I just think that was just a great shot to me. Because hardly could nobody block it, you just roll it over their fingertips, and they think they got it and it just roll over.
I know the Iceman poster. I had that poster.
Silver sweatsuit, ball, and on each hand.
Sitting on the block of ice with his legs crossed.
Best poster ever.
I entertain people. They know when they came to see Ice, they were gonna at least do this one time. Oh, good shot.
Sends it to Kareem. Sky hook up and good. Lakers win.
The Iceman's finger roll was his signature, but no shot was more dominant than Kareem's sky hook.
The cap, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's the most underrated basketball player to play the game, by far.
To be that big, and to be that skillful, and then, Kareem had his patent sky hook that I don't think I've ever seen anybody in this world block.
The sky hook, unstoppable.
When he get down real low, that means he's mad. He's gonna score 30 or 40 tonight. Now, when he stands straight up, he might only give you 25.
And I went home, I was laying in bed, I was dreaming, oh no, not another hook shot.
If he's down low, you're gonna get 40.
Hook shot, no, not another one.
The 1980 MVP reigned supreme on Earth, but the most outrageous character in the NBA universe was...
From the planet Lovetron, 6'11" center, 5th year, Darryl Dawkins.
Darryl Dawkins was Chocolate Thunder.
A lot of things was coming out of his head, like Planet Lovetron, super double chocolate delicious.
Big dog, kid or talk, that loves to be your friend when you're grand. Love the rapping cap for a while. I'll be your friend as long as you smile.
Huh? What?
Nobody knew what he was talking about.
I was oversized Parliament Funkadelic guy. Anything funky, the Lovetronian and all that stuff, that was me, man. That was just me. And I always had a good time.
He was giving you the outfits and he was taking it a little bit more Broadway, but damn it, who wanted to be in his way when he was coming to the hole?
And Darryl takes it right home.
That was awesome.
He had a Muhammad Ali kind of quality about him, very likable. They changed the rims because of him.
Darryl Dawkins. What do you got that on his name list there? That's got to be the Spine Chiller Supreme.
He was the first guy to start naming his dunks, and they used to be long names.
The Funkadelic, Mama Shaking, Rim Breaking,
Rump Roasting, Bun Toasting.
Lost my job, got it back, hit my boss.
That was really the first rapper. He just didn't get paid for rapping.
Not only did he dunk on you, but he named the dunk. What? It's almost like I don't want him to know the pressure they're under, because I am Chocolate Thunder.
From the fabulous forum in Inglewood, California, another capacity crowd to see the battle for the supremacy of professional basketball, the championship of the world, the NBA crown.
The Lakers-Sixers in 1980.
This year, we're here. We want to win. I want to win very, very bad.
It's 89-84. Sixers, and they get inside. Unbelievable.
To this day, Dr. J's behind the backboard is
crazy.
Up and under.
Floating, reaching, and spinning it in. Incredible.
I just kind of got in the air, elevated, and found myself soaring along the baseline.
And right there, you got 2-3 guys in there that can block shots.
And he does this, comes around, goes under the basket.
And I extended the ball out this way. I got to the other side and just put a little reverse spin on the ball, and my momentum carried me to the ground.
This is all in a half hour.
And I looked at Coop, he looked at me, and I said to him, Coop, you think we should maybe ask him to do it again?
To this day, still one of the hottest moves ever.
That just shows you why he's the man.
Kareem's hurt. Kareem turned an ankle. Kareem is hurt.
Oh man, Kareem's out. We won.
I don't think Kareem is going to be able to go anymore right now.
We got the news that Kareem was not going to be able to play Game 6. So we get on a plane to go to Philly. I said, never fear, guys. Magic is here.
Without him in the middle, it's going to be a real job for me.
I remember that game vividly, thinking that there's no way that Magic Johnson is going to play center and they're going to beat us.
Here comes the 20-year-old rookie down the middle. Dawkins went to him and scored. Oh, the rolling hook shot. Magic's hot and he knows it. Magic down the middle. Magic pumps for the layup and drew the foul. It's over and the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists.
42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Everybody was telling me that Magic scored so many points on me. But you go back, you look at the film, and you'll see who was guarding. And it certainly wasn't me, because I doubt if he'd have been able to get his arm up to shoot a foul shot after the first 30 on me.
The funny thing is, I had all those points, but Jamal Wilkes had 38 points, and nobody ever says anything about it.
Silk, smooth.
Silk.
A great piece of what the Lakers had going.
He pulled the ball behind his head. It was a shot impossible to block.
I mean, here's a guy scored 38 points, and it's not a word mentioned.
But he always got his job done. He likes him.
Heading into the 80-81 season, the landscape of the league was altered once again, this time by a crafty draft day deal.
The evolution began on draft day.
Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, we'll take Joe Barry Carroll.
What's significant to me about Joe Barry Carroll is his involvement in the Parrish trade.
Boston, I think, sent Golden State their first pick.
Parrish and the 2 or 3 pick go to Boston. They end up with Parrish and McHale in the same draft.
But that was one of Red's, pull the wool over your eyes.
Our whole thing is scooping it up, man. We understand the riches.
He would always try and do a deal that was heavily in favor of their end of it and wind up walking away laughing at what happened with your end of it. But the rookie of the year from that class was a monster with a nickname to match his game.
The Griff goes after it and he's got it. He's in, he dunks it. Harold Griffin.
Duncanstein, I believe it was.
Dr. Duncanstein.
Down court to Griff. Drive, hang, dunk it. It counts. Harold Griffin. Dr. Duncanstein.
No battle with Darryl Griffin. He was the other Dr. Duncanstein. He had crazy ups.
And the fact that he had a great jump shot didn't hurt him either. I thought Darryl Griffith was a player who got better as his years went on. Played so above the rim, it was really nice to watch him play. Dr. Duncanstein goes down as a great 80s nickname. Now here's a few more.
Hello, this is Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder. And these are my favorite nicknames of the 80s. Fats Lever, Lafayette Lever.
And Fat at the right place at the right time.
Who's gonna see him saying Lafayette? Did you come over here? Hey, Fats, what's up, man? Come here. Rifleman, Chuck, the Rifleman person.
The Rifleman is coming back to town.
If Chuck was having a bad day, he didn't know it, because he kept shooting. Let his world be free, the prince of midair.
Look at him, all world.
You cannot call him Lloyd because he will not answer you. Robert Parrish, the Chief.
Wow. Look at that play by Robert Parrish.
Robert the Chief Parrish, always stone-faced. Irvin was not a popular name growing up. That's Magic Johnson.
Magic on the dribble. Magic to the layup with the left hand.
He turned out to be a great player, so he could be Irvin or Mervin or Urkel if you wanted to be. And those are some of my favorite nicknames from the 80s.
Now fans call this guy AD, and in 1981, everybody just called him the NBA scoring champ.
At 6'5", he could post up a 7-footer without any problem and take him to the hole and get results.
28 now for Adrian Danley in the first half.
Number 4.
Scored a lot of points.
Adrian hurrying down the court, goes in and scores. Stanley has 33 points.
There was no way you could say I'm just going to stop him from scoring. It wasn't going to happen.
The best pump fake literally in the game.
The 24-second clock, he could spend 22 of it doing this. And the other guys, his teammates were having a sandwich and sleeping half the time.
There's certain things you can't teach a player. He was the best at drawing fouls.
Go to Danley.
The master of N1.
And guys didn't realize that until they started reaching. And he said, yeah, you reach, I teach.
You have to love his game, but he used to just take so long on the free throw line.
I was like, I know everybody popping, locking, but Adrian would. I was like, what is that? He got like an ill jerk.
I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna caress the ball.
AD would massage that ball.
It felt like it was some fly, and then yeah.
You'll have to ask him what he would say when he rolled that ball.
Yeah, look at all that. Oh, yeah, girl. Okay. Let me get my shoulders. How you doing today, huh? Did you miss me? Yeah, I missed you too. Okay. See, that's Adrian Danley.
Don't go nowhere. There's more NBA80s on the other side.
Without any doubt, the absolute greatest forward that has ever put on a pair of basketball shoes.
Look right there. What that say?
Dr. J. From the University of Massachusetts.
This is a medical shoe because the doctor wore these.
Number 6, captain of the Philadelphia 76ers.
They were specifically making this for a guy that was taking flight.
Julius the Doctor Irving.
Hi, I'm Julius Irving.
Dr. G was such a superhero.
There is Julius Irving. Look at that move. Oh!
He was taking flight, man. Number 1 airline in the league for a long time.
Everyone else, as well as myself, might as well get used to it.
When Dr. J would take off, I mean, he was up there for some time.
Leave the special effects to the singers and the dancers.
His hair would always be flying in the back as he's flying through the air.
Look out.
I mean, it's the doc. It was an operation. It was, he was up in the ICU and he was bringing someone back to life. He was bringing the arena back to life and letting you know.
And that sends everyone reeling. Julius Irving.
Dr. J, aging very well.
Here's another of my secrets. I never eat within 3 hours of a game.
Such a beautiful man. Oh my gosh, he had great legs too.
When he came along, his style just left an imprint that we'll never forget.
6'1", number 7, Nate Archibald.
But the doctor had a tiny problem standing in the way of his first NBA ring.
Guy who could lead the league in scoring, lead the league in assists in the same season.
Archibald on a drive at the other end, beautifully done.
We talk about dribble penetration and breaking people down. That's what Nate Archibald was about.
Archibald has burst upon the NBA scene as the newest of the fabulous little men.
He was a zealot about his physical fitness and health. He used to bring a jump rope. He would do that like 25 or 30 minutes prior to the game. I used to wonder, where does this guy get all of this energy from?
Archibald, boy, he keeps the tempo going.
Nate Archibald was the guy who gave anybody who was short hope.
When Tiny Celts met Doc Sixers in the conference finals, the rivalry was in full bloom.
Boston and Philly was something. It was something special.
You know what? We could lose all the other games, but you better not lose to Boston.
6 seconds to go. Boston doesn't call time. Archibald intercepted by Bobby Jones, and the game is over.
We had to find a way to beat the bully. They would punch us and we would kind of just back up. And finally, we began to punch back.
Bird coming to the left. Stop and pop off the glass. It's gone. Boston leads 91-89.
Anytime a team fights back from adversity, you got to sit back and say, these guys are competitors.
Bobby Jones is going to put the ball in the play. And the pass hits the top of the backboard, and it's over! They won 3 in a row! They came from 3 or 1 down, and they have won the series! It's all over!
That was the first showing of Celtic pride for this new group of players.
Larry Legend's first trip to the finals would leave us with one of his most lasting memories.
7 minutes left. Larry Bird follows his own shot. Oh, what a play!
You got a white guy who can't jump there. He couldn't jump over Monday paper. Monday paper is like about this big.
He was not super fast, super quick, but what was quick was his mind.
And Larry, as soon as he shot that ball, knew he missed it.
How you gonna have a jump shot, an assist, a rebound, and a point? Yeah, that's Larry Bird.
If you see this play happen, I'm standing there. I see the ball ricochet off. I'm about to go grab it. So I really could have messed up one of the best plays Barry Auerbach ever saw.
Now, for a guy who can't jump and not supposed to be able to run that fast, he sure can get a lot done.
The late movie will not be seen tonight so that we can bring you Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Houston Rockets and the Boston Celtics.
The finals were so exciting. They were shown on tape delay.
You gotta be kidding me. It's the finals. We can't watch this yet.
Can you imagine today's world playing a Game 6 of the NBA Finals on tape delay?
Now we got 2-hour-long pregame shows, and everything obviously is not only live, but you can watch it anywhere in the world.
Even if the finals weren't considered ready for prime time, Cedric Cornbread Maxwell knew it was his time to shine.
Cornbread.
Man, I hated Cedric Maxwell. Hated him.
Maxwell missing a gray, as you can see.
I don't know why it was cornbread. Was it he liked cornbread, or it's just kind of like Cornbread, Earl, and me?
He looked like the straw man in The Wizard of Oz. He was flopping all over the place most of the time.
Maxwell, out of the crowd, spins. What a play by Cornbread.
I forgot he was MVP of the 81 finals.
Cedric Maxwell.
You have 6 Hall of Famers who are playing in that series. They don't give you the MVP because you had a nice cologne.
Cedric Maxwell, beautiful play. It's all over. The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship in 1981.
That was the first year that the NBA did not give away a card to the MVP in the series.
But I always give him the shtick that he's the MVP of the series, and they give him a watch.
Where is my car?
Chill out, Cornbread. You gotta let it go, baby. Hey, this is Fab Five Freddy, and thanks for watching MB80.